Hey everyone, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. So we got the Book2 Pro 360 over on the left. We got the Book3 Pro 360 on the right. I got them both in high performance modes. I've got the Windows power saving to be in best performance mode as well. We definitely want that. Both are plugged into power. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and queue up Geekbench 6 on both machines. We're going to run the latest Geekbench because we only did Geekbench 5 last year with the Book2 Pro 360 because Geekbench 6 wasn't out yet. So we're going to test those scores and compare them. We're also going to take a look at Cinebench, and we're also going to check out the web browsing speeds via speedometer. And then we're going to take the scores of this year's model, the Book3 Pro 360, and compare it to some other offerings from other manufacturers that are out there. All right, we got Geekbench 6 running on both machines right now. I'm doing the GPU performance test first. All right, the GPU test is done. We're looking at 15,612 on last year's model, 17,259 on this year's model. So we're looking at a difference of 1647 on the GPU performance for Geekbench 6. All right, the CPU benchmark is now underway. We'll be right back with the results. All right, we're back with the Geekbench 6 CPU scores. So we got single core and multi-core. We've got a sizable upgrade this year. We're going from 2131 single core last year to 2430 on the single core for this year. And our multi-core has gone up from 8893 for last year all the way up to 10685 on this year's model. So on the CPU performance, we're looking at a sizable upgrade according to Geekbench 6. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Cinebench testing. All right, the Cinebench R23 multi-score test is in. We have 10652. Which is a staggering result compared to the 8348. That's a huge performance upgrade on multi-core compared to last year's. We're looking at an increase of like 2,300. That is really impressive. Let's go ahead and run the single core test. All right, so the single core test scores are in. We're looking at a 1798 versus a 1621 from last year. So a pretty decent single core upgrade. Not near as much as a multi-core, but still a pretty significant increase from last year's model. All right, so next up, we're going to test out the web browsing capability with a little app called Speedometer 2.0. It's just a little web-based app that tests the speed. So let's go ahead and fire this off on both machines. All right, so that'll take just a moment to run. We'll see what kind of results we get. We might run this one twice because it'll vary quite a bit. All right, first tests are in. On last year's model in high performance mode, we're looking at 280. And on this year's, we're looking at 304. Let's go ahead and run the test one more time. All right, pretty consistent. On the second run, we're looking at 279 and 304. So a little bit of a bump on the web browsing performance for this year. Nothing major though. Last year's performs very well. 279 is a great score.
All right, we're back at the desk with the Book3 Pro 360. And what I did is I loaded in all the 1360p scores that we have up on Geekbench 6 so far. And we've got this sorted by the top performing scores up top going down. And if you take a look at our scores, I'll keep them down in the corner. We're looking at 2430 single core, 10685 multi-core, which puts us right in line with this top performing score. And as you scroll down this list here, you see we got an Asus performing lower, quite a few Samsungs getting reported, a couple more Lenovos here that are testing quite a bit lower than this Book3 Pro 360. We keep on going down, more Samsungs, more and more Samsungs, a couple more Lenovos. And these are all testing quite a bit lower than the Samsung model. So as you can see here, this Book3 Pro 360, in comparison to other models that feature the latest Intel 13th Gen, it's performing very well, right at the top of the list. This model I have here sitting on my desk is at the top of the list on the Geekbench 6 scores. However, if we switch over and compare it to the MacBook Pro, the latest one, 2023 model, let's look out the maxed out version here. We're looking at a single core score of 2739 and a multi-core of 14399. So these scores are quite a bit better than the Book3 Pro 360. Not so much on the single core, but definitely on the multi-core score. And if we go over to the 2.5 gigahertz variant, the one that's one step down from the maxed out model, we're looking at 2638 single core and 14,056 on the multi-core. So the latest MacBook Pro does beat out the Book3 Pro 360 handily, as one would kind of expect. But then again, let's keep in mind though, this Book3 Pro 360 is performing very well compared to other Windows PCs. All right, so we got a couple more videos coming up on gaming performance as well as video editing on this machine. If you have any questions or comments about today's video, please drop them down in the comments section below. I always appreciate your time, and as always, thanks for watching.